Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And Fridays are kind of reserved for our young people. So I have a young lady here today. Joy, what's the name again?
Aliu.
Joy Aliu is here. She's an intern, and I just want to relax. Today is a relaxing day. For about 30 minutes, just relax, interact with her, find out the way her. By the way, she's from Kogi State. They're the state of the famous, two famous people are there. There's a white elephant, and there's an elephant that has no color.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you have two elephants there. There's one who says it's a white elephant, you know that one. But there's another one, it's big, it's an elephant, it has no color and no determined size. But that's not where we're here today. I just want to interact with Joy for about 30 minutes, and then on the other half, we'll sit down and have let you call in and have an open mic for today. Now, remember what I said I think 1 or 2 weeks back, that we should start taking our programs a bit more seriously, and we should be more tolerant of other people to allow people to express themselves. I've seen our programs degenerate into we're all complicit in this, and I'm equally guilty, and we will correct ourselves. Short of Diabomi itself, which is a hilarious of all my programs, all the other ones, if there's a subject, I'd like us to take it seriously. And we'd also like to plead with people not to take undue advantage of the familiarity they think they have with at least with me as a presenter here. Sometimes it can be off-putting. Everything in life has a measurement. I can tell you that. Everything has and there's, like Oimbo people will say, there's a time and a place for everything. We don't, in between the programs that I try to present, I get a lot of knowledge from the feedback, and I hope you also get that too. And it's serious business because it affects our lives. Even Diabomi that is hilarious is done on purpose, so that we can just let our hairs down. So I'd like us to get a feeling of all this, and I hope this will apply in people's contribution to the programs. I can also assure you, I've heard people express that we have absolutely no control over the calls that come in. And I honestly wish we did. In the Western world, when you call in for some program, somebody will interact with you, get to know what you want to talk about, and so on and so forth, before you are let on. So if you are somebody who they think will ruffle feathers, there's a way, they have this way of, getting rid of that. Okay? So, my dear, how are you?
I'm all good. Good morning, sir.
God care.
I'm all good.
Oh,
I'm
good. God, okay. Like when people say Google and Google. So, what are you doing here? Tell me.
Okay, so I'm an intern, just like you mentioned earlier.
Yes, from which university?
Ekiti State University.
Ekiti. Oh, Alaland.
Yeah.
So, what year are you in? What year are you there? What year are you in Ekiti State?
I'm actually done.
You're done?
With school, yeah.
So, ready for youth service, right?
Yeah, we've not been mobilized yet. They take a lot of time.
So, what are you learning here?
I want to be a presenter.
You want to be a
presenter.
You want to be like because I'm not a broadcast presenter. I hope you know.
Okay.
I know I'm not a broadcast presenter now. I started from being an analyst.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, and I stumbled on it. That's why people like him will tell you that I don't follow the rules. I'm unorthodox because I'm not trained. There's a gentleman in Abuja the other day was making a fuss about who is a trained journalist or not, and was trying to make an example of the other person who appeared to be 20 times more knowledgeable than him. But that's a story for another day. So you want to be a quadri, be a joy quadri. I'm not saying you want to marry him.
I understand. Yes.
What has brought you to that?
So I studied English.
Teacher English.
Yeah. So I would say that at 100 level when I started, I hadn't really concluded that I wanted to be a broadcast presenter. I hadn't. So then when I got to 200 level, I got to think about it. Yeah, I love to teach, actually. I teach.
You teach.
Yeah.
Teach. When do you want to teach. Do you want to teach? Do you want to teach kids, or do you want to teach what?
I'm actually good with any. I'm good with kids. I'm good with adults too. So I think I mostly taught secondary school students. Yeah, when I was in school. So when I got to 200 level, I noticed that I'm actually good at it, and it's something that I would love to do. Yeah. So I started as an intern in a radio station where I'm from. So whenever I go back home,
there's a station in Kogi.
Yeah,
they have radios there. I didn't know.
Of course.
Okay,
absolutely.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I started as an intern there, and it was really a nice experience. Yeah, it was nice. I got to do a lot of things. I got to host, I got to do interviews, I got to read news. I mean, they really gave me the opportunity. So then I was able to go through everything. I was like, this is really something that I would really enjoy doing. So then that's how I continued. Then when I graduated, I just graduated, then I decided to come check Wazobia. I mean, everybody knows Wazobia.
How long have you been here?
Just a month, yeah.
What have
I've learned a number of things, and thanks to a number of presenters, I've been able to go on air too. So before now, I've not really scripted. But when I got here, I started scripting like shows. So then I learned to get better at it. Yeah, I was taught kind of, and then I learned to get better at it. And then I also learned the what I call it do's and don'ts when you're in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's the first law. The first in life generally, you know, you must pay attention to ethics and etiquette. You know, if you bungle that one, then you are going downhill. And I'm glad you took care. So when you do finish where are you going to serve? Do you know?
I don't know yet.
Maybe Maiduguri or somewhere.
Oh my God, I wouldn't want that.
Where would you want to? If I could do something about. Where I'm not saying I can.
Yeah, I know.
But if I could do something about, where would you want to serve?
I mean, it'd be a great opportunity to serve here. I'd love to serve
you said Lagos first.
Yeah.
But you're right though, because if you do, I think we have stations in Kano and Abuja, and Port. So you have a wide choice. Yes. So when you do finish, are you going back to go and read? You have to do your master's, though.
Absolutely, by God's grace.
You're going to do a master's in what now?
In my broadcasting, particularly.
Yeah. So that's a master. Where do you hope to do that?
If I get to stay in Lagos, I would definitely have to do a part-time master's. I really want to.
That's brilliant.
I don't want it to be full-time because
Sheriff, can you help? Can you help her posting to Lagos? You want Omoyon now? That would be brilliant, and I'm glad. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 20.
20, yeah, that's brilliant. I like that idea. So you don't put your time to waste. And when you finish your master's, you'd like to do full time, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on you. We'll try to keep our eyes on you and put you on the straight and narrow.
Thank you.
Yes, it's important. Yeah. But you're sure it's really you want to do, not print?
No, I'm sure.
I tell you what print does, so.
Okay.
If you could, this is just a suggestion.
Absolutely.
If you could take out time to do print for about 1 year, 2 years, what it does is it gives you what I will call a sensitive nose. Okay. You know what a sensitive nose is?
I think I can guess.
That's where I operate, because I'm sniffing everywhere. I pick up things, and that's what print journalism helps you do. Okay, just think about it. Look, you're just 20. You have a whole life in front of you.
So apparently, I started an academy. Yeah. So the first half I did a basic presentation.
Okay.
So the second one now I want to do radio journalism.
Oh,
it's like a 6 weeks academy at NBA. Nigerian
you have all this straightened out, and I'm very parent.
Yeah, where I'm from, and my dad is here.
Why?
Work.
Yes. Okay. You have You have a little mommy here in Lagos.
Yeah, my sis is here. I stay with
I
her.
thought you're talking of your sis, Jerry.
Okay.
But your dad is listening, so we'll spare him all that.
All right.
So it's nice. I wished somewhere along the line, maybe I'll see if I can get you to do a quick 2-month thing in print.
Wow. That would be so much
Yes,
appreciated.
in print. I'll see if I can influence that way to do.
Thank you
Let's
so
say the way your youth corps goes, because that is where you get the nose for things.
Mm.
And except you just want to be a presenter, you don't want to.
I mean, I'm open to anything.
Yeah, open
if
to
I'm to
anything.
learn, of course, I'm open to anything.
You're ready to cover most. Can you cover if they send you to the war front in the can you do that?
Well, if I'm
you
trained,
see it
I'm
happen.
trained.
You see, no. The first thing to do is establish the will before the training.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Nigeria is looking for an Amampo, his own Amampo, female radio TV person who. Look at Amampo today in the programs she presents is from the experience. She gets help from the experiences that she's had. I forgot her name again.
Joy Ali.
Joy Ali. Okay. Our lines are open 0201 2770993 and the female line is 0201 465 7190. Let me ask you a funny question. Do you think if you were a guy, your life would be different? If let's say you were a boy. No. You're a lady, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
These days you have to be very sure.
Yeah, yes, I am. Yeah.
Do you think your life would be different if you were a guy?
If I was I feel I would still make same decisions to an extent.
You think so?
Yeah.
So do you believe in the adage that says what a man can do, a woman can do even better?
I feel anybody can do anything better. Yeah. What a woman can do, a man can do better. If you want to do it better, you will. So your gender is not what will make you do something that I believe.
Do you read papers every day?
I read, well, not basically papers. You mean newspapers?
Yeah, you should. What's your favorite station on telly?
On television, Channels TV. I love Channels TV.
No, okay. Don't you want to broaden your knowledge internationally?
I would love to.
Take time out to also watch CNN. But you see, you need to create a balance in your head.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to get that from the get-go, that you need to create a balance. So you watch a bit of CNN, you watch a bit of Al Jazeera, you watch a bit of BBC, you go to Nigerian stations so you can... because as you want to be a broadcast journalist, issues can crop up at any time.
Anytime.
You might even be presenting a sports program, then there is breaking news. And it would be nice if you had something to say.
An idea, yeah.
Not just to say that I'll go to... Okay, do we have... You can now call in, like I said, 0201 2770993, 0201 465 7190. What we do on Fridays is that we try as much as possible to bring inspiring stories from young people. Young people. She's 20.
Yes, I am.
In another 4 years, the late Chief Francis Gbadamosi was a commissioner in Lagos State. So I believe a lot in young people. Are you going to go into politics by any chance?
I don't think so.
Why? Why you want other people to do that?
I mean, it's what interests you. So if you're interested, then
okay. But in the course of your job, are you going to be a crusader of some sort? Are you going to fight for the truth for the masses, or you are every man for himself and God for us?
I mean, if there is an opportunity for me to,
you have to create it.
I mean,
do you? Nobody opens,
it's,
madam. Nobody opens the door for you in this. You have to go break it open, and
Yeah. Sorry, if what you're talking about, like me fighting for the people, are you saying like
you don't need to take a sledgehammer and go to the street to fight for the people?
Absolutely, I understand.
You can fight from the people from
talk about things that would talk about things in their favor. Yeah, of course. I mean, if I'm a broadcast journalist, I should be one that would say the truth.
Are you conversant with what's going on politically?
To some extent, I am. I mean, I listen to shows, so yeah. To some extent.
Not you. Are you politically
inclined.
Inclined.
To some extent, I would say.
Let me,
I wouldn't say
let,
totally.
let me throw you under the bus. Are you an Agbadorian or an obedient?
None of the no. No.
None of the above.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
But now that you can vote at year 20, you are going to be voting in 2027. Are you going to take part in those elections?
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, sure.
I should.
Where do you think you should be in 2027? So this is 20 kilowatt. 25. You when do you start your youth corps?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Before the end of the year. That will take you then to 26.
Yes.
Ooh, by 27 you'll be in employment.
Yeah.
You're lucky. Because I was hoping they could push your youth corps so that you will be an official during the elections as a copper. Okay, all right. So it was nice talking to you. I just thought I should bring you in.
Great too.
I've
Thank
seen
you so much.
a few times. Feel free to talk to any one of us. And I wish you all the best, okay?
Thank you so much,
I
sir.
wish you all the best. Okay, you can take your leave.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, okay. So that was Joy. She's there are loads of them here. And I always take interest in trying to give them some encouragement because I got an opportunity in 1974. That's where I started my career in the Daily Times. And I got what we call in newspaper world a byline. A byline is by Jimi Disu. And if I had known what I had known, then I would have framed that, called it out from the Evening Times. And I thank Tony Makonju and the late Tony Makonju, the late Chinaka Fine Country, for giving me an opportunity that I wouldn't have had at that age. And later, 3-4 years later, Samamoka did the thing that pushed me forward. So I tend to want to follow that path. And I'm always impressed when I see she comes to the studio down quietly. I keep wondering, why is this babe looking at me? She could see. Then, so I said to her, look, come over there. So I wish you all the best. And the future is yours. Just take the opportunity. Okay, so we'll open up our lines now. We're going to have an open mic for the next half of the program. You'll be able to call in and give your comments on whatever you think is trending, but you will please be careful. We don't want to ruffle feathers here. If we are very, very angry, don't touch that dial. Okay, because some of you get so angry when you touch the dial and you call in, and then they are so consumed by the anger and a lot of gibberish flows. I'd advise strongly against that. So get ready. In another less than a minute from now, we'll be doing just that. We'll take a short break and then we'll be right back.
Talk, news, and sports after this.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account swap. No go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all. And it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said
HFM.com.
Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
The power to win is in your hands with 2,500 times multiplier for BetKing Casino games. Download the app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy 100 Naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Remember the name Arenas Plus. When malaria strikes, Arenas Plus. Remember the name Arenas Plus. When you feeling down, Arenas Plus.
Arenax Plus is the name to remember when you need to beat malaria with ease. Arenax Plus is a combination of artemether and lumenfantrine and is effective in the treatment of malaria in adults and children. So next time malaria strikes, remember the name. Arenax Plus beats malaria with ease. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see a doctor. Available in pharmacies near you. Arenax Plus is a quality product from Swiffer.
Hey, Chioma, you don't cry, oh. See as my kitchen clean.
Mama.
You no use hypo?
Hypo kwa?
Yes, so germs say para. No gree. Protect your kitchen every day with Hypo.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Honey, you know you've given us everything, but there's something you're forgetting.
Another school fees?
No, AXA Mansard International Health Plan, IMED.
Insurance? Babe, you know we can handle any medical bills now.
IMED isn't bills, it's peace of mind. With IMED, we get hassle-free quality care at 1.9 million medical facilities and access to over 1,000 premium airport lounges worldwide. It's premium healthcare for our kids, for me, for you, and even our parents.
It's www.axamansard.com or call 0700 AXA Mansard to get started. Terms and conditions apply. AXA, know you can.
To all our heavy-duty engine vehicle and big generator owners across the nation, we salute you. It's a tough job, but you have to keep those heavy-duty engines running. Here at Total Energies, we've been innovating for more than 70 years to offer you Rubia engine oils adapted to all types of heavy-duty engines. Rubia provides more protection against engine wear, offers longer oil change intervals, and delivers fuel economy benefits to your heavy-duty engines. And what's more, Rubia products are tested in all types of conditions and approved by more than 200 major heavy-duty engine manufacturers. Experience Total Energies premium lubricants through the years.
Relax, Mama. I go clean all this white clothes sharply. I beg no be to just clean, oh. Use hypo, comot all these stubborn stains.
Yes, so no grief for stains. Whiten your white with Hypo.
Success is like an aeroplane. You only see the graceful flight high up in the sky, but not the roaring, powerful engines propelling it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done, funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com. Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Right, you're welcome. Welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu to tell you that by His grace, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, the discourse will be on air tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Abi? Tomorrow is Saturday. Yeah. Yes, Saturday. The discourse will be on air at 9 o'clock. And what we'll be doing is I'm trying to run around to see if I can get a tax specialist within the next 24 hours to break down the new tax policy. We do apologize that we skipped it on the news this morning, but these things do happen. Okay, these things do happen. So to try to see if we can do that. If we can't do that, then of course I'll be giving you a rundown of the major news that we had during the week, and that I'll be giving you a 1 hour of newspaper analysis tomorrow morning at the Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN. So now our lines are open. Why do I have to keep repeating this number? 0201 277 0993, and the female line 0201 465 7190. I think the most frustrating part about reading these numbers is that even I still don't know it off head. I'm very bad. That's why I didn't pass arithmetic and things like that in school. It was arithmetic in our time. Now they call it mathematics. I'm very bad with figures. So we have a caller now. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Uncle Jimmy.
Alvin, how are you? Long time.
Don't be the glory.
Hi, it's Ru Lily.
Uncle Jimmy, I am almost at the limit of being frustrated.
What's the problem?
Over my people here in Surulere. You see, the great Nicolacos sang MESS, Music Against Second Slavery.
Yes.
You know, if the worst form of slavery for me is mental slavery.
Yeah.
If after all we have complained about these past years, about governance and the people around power, people are still coming out to collect money for a flag up of a campaign of local government elections. Even people that have relocated away from the area, even some that have relocated away from the state, maybe they are in another state, just because they had that there's a flag off or rally of local government elections. And I came back from wherever they were, just to collect 5,000 naira, 5,000 naira.
Was it distributed in the open? Did you have to queue?
Of course, it was not in the open. They had a list and everything. Even some were just short space. They complained. Some came to complain. Some came to complain to me.
Are they not correct?
It's not complete now. Some came to complain to me. I should be friend of a local government chairman. And so what? I should go and meet him and do what? You see, until we liberate ourselves, nobody goes to liberate us. That's why I keep laughing when I hear people call it God. You're a joker. We need to emancipate ourselves from this mental slavery. We are not going to head anywhere. We're headed nowhere. Company of 2027, with the characters I've seen, not the political graduates also, we the people, with the people I've seen, we are going to keep parabolating. There's not going to be any change. I don't see it. Except what I see in my own crystal ball is the thing Peter Tosh so many years ago in his own crystal ball. What is it to that song? You understand what I'm saying? There is no hope. There is no hope. That's just my take this morning. And Uncle Jimmy, your intern that came, congratulations to her.
Yes.
You know, some people like us, we never knew where we wanted to do at the age of 20.
But we can guess what you are doing anyway. But that's a story for another day.
Congratulations to her. Thank you, Jimmy.
Okay, Kevin. He's right. Actually, Sheriff, I was quite impressed with it. At least he has an idea. You know what I'm saying? My dad, there's nothing he didn't do under the sun. I said, nope, I want to be a journalist. And a journalist I am, you know, even at that age. So I'm quite glad she's focused. We have another caller there. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning, sir. Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Ibrahim. I'm calling you from Priya, sir.
Yes.
Sir, my take this morning is about the coastal road, sir.
About the
coastal road.
Coastal road, okay, go on.
Yes, sir. I want to say this. I don't know why a road that was constructed with my money, because I believe that I'm a Nigerian, and my money is among the money they constructed that road.
Yes.
And the state can use that road this morning. I must pay. They are extorting money from people. Extorting 1,000 naira from people.
Who is taking?
I don't know this kind of government we have.
Wait. Before let's look at it properly. Who is collecting 1,000 naira for you? Who?
There are some guys there with mufti. We don't know if they are staff of high tech. They are collecting money from people before you apply to that road.
It must be. Why are you giving a receipt of some sort?
No receipt. It is just go back and go.
Okay, so that you can't hold the government responsible for that. That's where I'm going.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
that is what I'm asking. What can they do this?
Somebody calm down, Oga. We'll bring it to the attention of the authorities to let them know. But the truth is that has the road been opened for use in the first instance? Do you know?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yes. He didn't quite hear me. Okay. We will call the authorities, call them to do something about it. I'm not sure if that road has actually been opened for use, and where would you be going to take that route? I'm sure it may be some kind of shortcut that leads to the Aja area or whatever it is. The road hasn't been opened, and some people, some smart Alex, have stood in the way and are collecting money. We'll bring it to the notice of there's a federal controller in Lagos here, and I hope he's listening. Somebody will call his attention to it, and they'll put a stop to that exercise. It's open for the public to use. Nobody should be collecting toll, at least not now. And if it's not open to the public to use, we don't want people tampering with the construction of the road before it ever got started. So we hope that by next week we won't be having anything of the sort. Can we call another number? Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, Pastor Ladipo.
Uncle Jimmy, my take this morning is about our institutions. Uncle Jimmy, I discovered that in this present age and time, it looks as if some institutions are now under strong politicians. I have looked at a situation where a Supreme Court gives a judgment over the autonomy of local governments, that they should be financially autonomous. Up till now, that judgment has not been obeyed. You look as if the institution only works for those who have not yet come to a certain stage in life in Nigeria. Today, anything that happens, some people will just go to the station. Before you get there, if they don't call the DPO, they've called the commissioner. And that is the end of the case. I don't know what is happening. And a situation where a country's institutions are going down and people are becoming more powerful, very soon what will happen to that nation? We don't pray that such things should happen to us here, but it's already the way it is.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think your point has been made. Please remember that you have 1 minute to express yourself. Pastor Ladipo, I understand your frustration. The issue of the dispensation of justice is a tricky one. I think the Supreme Court has done its part by giving judgment. The Supreme Court is not a police. They are not the police. They are not going to go around looking for who has is respecting the judgment or not. They are body and parties to the way I think it works is, if you have a case for the Supreme Court, a judgment is given. It's your job to make sure that judgment is executed, or you will have to go back to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court doesn't have an investigative arm. So when we are laying blame sometimes, we have to take a critical look about what the law says and what the process is. It's very, very crucial. The Supreme Court will give a judgment. This house that Sheriff Quadri built in Ikoyi, it belongs to Jimi Disu.
Never.
If Jimi Disu...
Never.
Okay. We have a riot. We have a rioter in the house. So. If Jimi Disu also go back to record that, Sheriff won't leave way for me to go in. They're not an enforcement agency. I think that is where the problem lies. And those who went who got judgment from the Supreme Court are supposed to make sure that the judgment is enforced. If they don't do that, then because the truth is, in this particular case, the local government chairmen themselves are not bold enough to ask for their rights. They are not bold enough. They can't look the governors in the eye. That is one which is funny. The presidency will be afraid of the governors. The governors are not afraid of the local government chairmen. And their powers are separate. And I think it's historical, because in the past you always have the governors appointing sole administrator. In our country today, you have to fight for yourself and fight for your rights. Once the local government chairman is not ready to fight for his rights, people, the way it goes is that which one is your own? Do you remember the Ogun State incident that happened? You have a very good memory, Sheriff. But it's because you are younger. And if you've been through what I've been through. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
This is Mr. Jim calling from Agbado Junction.
Sir, from Agbado. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. My take this morning is the pro-boss, the Senate on NNPC.
Yes.
You see, I want to assure you that there's nothing that will come out of it. We have had numerous proofs in the time past, and it ended in futility. You see, these people want is a cash cow. They just want to have their own share. This is the Senate that on your mandate will stand. And we know the fact that the man at the helm of affairs, that is, Mr. President has been in petroleum, has been involved in oil business. And we know what has been happening. Even when he returned America, or what is he called, the former NNPC boss, and he what is he called, the CBN governor, and that one is on custody of DSS and all of that. And this man was made to go free. We know all these things. Even when Buhari was here, we know about $25 billion that was alleged during Kachuku time, and Kachuku was because of that punished not to come back the second term of Buhari. So this is just a mere story. We know how it will end.
All right, sir. Well, I'd like to advise you that since you know so much, when you can find your way to the Senate and tell them, to the Senate panel, and tell them what you know in the open. That would be quite nice. Instead of calling it to take a ride, Sheriff can organize a ticket for you and a hotel. No, maybe I'm just being silly. I think I know what you were trying to say, but I think one of these days I'll have a master class on how to say certain things in public. But I think I have an idea. Don't just hide under the fact that you know. Hello, good morning. Morning. Hello. Hello. Calls are dropping. There's some disturbance in the system in the past week. So, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jim.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Fine. I'm calling from Agbado. My name is Ken.
Why so many calls coming from Agbado today?
Yes, we are in Agbado season now.
Oh, okay. I agree.
I want to commend the lady that you interviewed this morning. I'm very impressed.
Yes.
Very fluent and
and
very open.
Yeah.
And thank you for your advice for her also. Then the River State this morning, I've been seeing pictures on the social media with the president, the governor, and Mr. Wike. I want to commend whatever effort they have taken to bring peace in that state.
Yes.
Because it's a neighboring state to me, and whatever that happens there happens to my state. So thank God for that. But what I want the Fubara to do is that Once he gets back, let him understand the politics. But don't open the purse to Godfather, or to any individual. The money is for the people. That is what I want to advise him. Thank you.
All right. I'll pass on the message. But I think there's a slight contradiction between understanding the political scenario and not opening the purse. Now, I don't know whether there is I don't know whether there's a nexus between the two. But I'll be happy to have Fubara back. I just what is happening now just enforces my mind and my thoughts that in the world generally, and especially in a place like Nigeria, it's not always the right thing is not always done, and those who think that they are the right ones, they are the ones who are correct about certain issues, do not necessarily carry the day. I'm choosing my words very, very carefully and deliberately. It's now up to the Rivers people to, insist on what they want. And if they're happy with that agreement, I'm happy with them. Let me move away from that subject. It's getting very sensitive. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Disu.
Morning.
Uncle Disu, I've been following you since your newspaper review. My name is Egena from Ikorodu.
Yeah.
I've been following you for your newspaper review since 7:30 now. Mr. Disu, you are doing a great job. One. Number two, my take today is, how can someone wake up in the morning, demolish someone's house without notice, and the state government keep adamant of it? They are not saying anything. They have said they don't know who gives the authority, give the power to demolish houses. That's the end of it. So I am trying to something here, sir. If because of Peter Obi somebody go and destroy his brother's house, it's wrong. It's very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. Which means Peter Obi should watch his back, because his life.
Okay. So I understand what you're saying, but you've gotten it completely wrong. And I always say that before you come to the public to make comments on issues, be sure what you're saying. It was not, I repeat, it was not the state government that demolished that house. Apparently, the house has been in dispute between the company that Peter Obi's brother owns and some other persons. And it appears, because it hasn't been fully determined, as if it was done because of a court judgment. I don't know whether it was appropriately obtained or not. It had nothing whatsoever. And I hope Peter Obi himself will now realize that it's not because it was his brother. It's between two contending persons. And in fact, the state government itself has, as at yesterday, immediately set up a panel because of the political sensitivity of the issue. Set up a panel to actually quickly find out what has gone wrong. So it's important that we know these things. It's not everything that is political. You need to sit back and find out what exactly has taken place. So I repeat one more time, nobody demolished that house because it was Peter Obi's brother. The issue is in court between him and some other parties. Now, whether they got the judgment appropriately, I don't know. Okay, time will tell. Because his lawyers, in any case, I've already said they are marching to the court to see what has happened. And so it would be nice if Mr. Peter Obi himself can come out and give a better explanation of what has happened so as to doubt tension. Okay, it doesn't really work like that. That's why you find state governments and sometimes they're afraid that something shouldn't happen to certain persons. If Jimi Disu hits his head against the wall now, you go and hold Tinubu, that is because he hates Tinubu. These things don't work like that at all times. They don't work like that. Don't let's get unduly carried away when events like this happen. 9:51, I have to go. Somebody wants me to wait till 9:55, but I will not, because I like to give a lot of breathing space between myself and What's Up Lagos that's coming up. At least hear one or two songs that will brighten your day. So I'll be back tomorrow by His grace at 9 o'clock. Like I said, the discourse with Jimi Disu by intern will be on air. And don't forget tomorrow, I think Chelsea is playing in the evening at 8 o'clock. So get your, if you can't drink tea and coffee, get your Brim and Brown bottles ready. Sheriff, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. And see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.